Hello everybody, my name is Barax, and today I'm reviewing the Gipsy Avenger Articulated Figure. Now, okay, so what should we start with? I'm thinking the Sculpt. So, if you want to take a nice look at this, the Sculpt is very well done. I think the amount of sculptings inside of the actual body look very nice. Everything looks very well. I think they possibly could have done better on the actual joints themselves, but I do not think they look too bad. The nice see-through parts right here look very nice. Everything looks very polished and very well done. In the box, these things will come be attached. If you just clip in here, just so you know. So, overall, I think the sculpting is pretty well done. Now, the paint I feel like could be a bit more detailed, but I don't think it's terrible. Like, certain parts don't look terrible, but it's all just one continuous colors. Nothing that really breaks the rules, makes it look very overall amazing. But I don't think there really was anything on Gipsy in the first place that made her look like that. So, I don't think it's terrible. But, anyway, I think we should get onto the articulation. So, first of all, we got a ball joint at the head. Can look up that far and down that far. Could be better, but it's not terrible. I think it's good enough. You have a ball joint here with this part of the ball joint right here being a swivel, so that it can move up and down, allowing for more articulation. You have a swivel joint here, a double bend at the elbow, allowing for a pretty good elbow, the best I think you can get, and a ball joint at the wrist. You got a ball joint at the waist, a weird ball joint at the hips. Now let's do this. There's a ball joint here, double bend at the knee, and a ball joint at the foot. Overall, articulation on this thing is amazing. But there's one problem with it. Anything too unorganic for people, it can't stand. No matter what I do, it just, okay, sometimes it works, but whenever it's so delicate, it just falls over. You can't see it, it's blurry. God, okay, there you go. As you can see, it doesn't hold a pose very well, which is why it really needs a stand. Some of the most amazing poses about it need a stand in order to do. So, and that's my main problem with this figure. My motto is that if the thing doesn't come with a stand, it shouldn't need one to stay up. But if you wanna ignore it and just go with it anyway, let's say you buy the stand. You can get some pretty well done poses. Now obviously the stand isn't very good, so the bounciness, that's just the stand, not the figure itself. But as you can see, it can hold some pretty nice poses, including it can overall hold poses pretty well. Now if I just I want to get one that really shows it off. Yeah, you get it. If this was weighted, it'd be better, but we're not judging it on the stand. But overall, articulation is pretty good. Still, a stand would be nice. So, what if we, so it has a lot of accessories. So first of all, it has some open hands, which you just have to pull it off. Pull it on, like that. And these hands allow you, if you twist the ball joint a bit, this allows you to, this happens a lot for me. If it ever does, you just gotta, see that ball joint right here, just gotta click it in. Don't be afraid to put pressure on it. It's overall a pain in the butt. There we go. But these hands allow it to twist the ball. Like that. There we go. Now I can... It allows it to pull off the iconic pose. God, I wish it would stand. They come off pretty easily. I recommend putting them in a plastic bag to at least keep some of it correct. This one, there's supposed to be a ball joint at the end of this, so I can attach the hand back on. But it didn't come with any. But I think it's not worthless. But what you want to do is take off the wrist here. Like that. Take your sword arm. Place it on. And just snap. Like that. And now he's got a pretty epic sword. You got a nice sword. And if that's not enough for you, take off this arm the same way. And attach on this baby. It doesn't. It's so difficult to put this one. Because I like the way. There we go. I got it. It's a bit difficult, but not terrible. As you can see, it's got the gravity beam thing that it had in the movie. So, how would I rate this thing? I'd rate it 3.5, because the fact that it can't stand up without a stand, and it doesn't even include one, and the fact that mine was broken, I'll give it at least a 3.5. Pretty good, because the price is $20. But how could they have solved the stand? Standing up, you're probably wondering. Well, this entire thing is made of entirely plastic, meaning that it's not very heavy. This is the SH Monster Arts Type 3 Kiryu. Now Kiryu can hold this pose without a stand. Why? You're gonna think it's the tail. Nope, not the tail. In fact, do you want me more proof? I'll just remove the tail. And he's able to hold some pretty remarkable poses that not even a person could do. You know why? These feet are made of die-cast metal. They have a good heft to them, which allows them to keep a pose pretty well. If they had replaced these feet with die-cast metal, or something else that's heavy, it'd be able to hold a pose just fine. But they didn't. So now it falls over relatively easily. Making animating or doing anything, even posing, a pain in the butt. With a bit of determination, it'll look great. So let me just put on the hands. Let me put the hands back on. So overall, what do I think about the Gipsy Avenger figure? For $20! $20! It's not terrible. It's actually quite good for an articulated figure. Still, I wish that putting die-cast metal in the feet would probably raise the price, but I'm okay with making that sacrifice as long as it can stand. Trust me, I paid for this thing. So, I would recommend this. If you like Gipsy Avenger, I would recommend it. Hold on a second. Hold on. So how does it compare to the NECA Gipsy Danger? Well, it kind of blows it out of the ballpark. Oh my god, I forgot how flippin' hard these joints are to turn. The difference, I do prefer Gipsy Danger as a design. But they both have the same problem, they can't stand up without a stand. This one breaks really easily. I'd be upset, but this isn't even a good figure. You can't, at least the other one could hold a pose, kind of, This thing, if the feet aren't perfectly flat on the ground, this thing will fall over, including it feels cheaply made. It's also more expensive, and overall, just a waste of money. I do not recommend anymore that you get this figure. It's trash, and the money it's worth is terrible. This is the better figure overall. Worthless. So, buy this one, not this one. Goodbye.